I have with me conclusive proof that we are living in the end times. I don't even know how I'm gonna show this on camera. It can be pretty damn triggering. Can you see it? That's right. A tampon. And I gotta ask, oh God. So yeah, to all you virgins who just see a regular tampon, no, what I'm holding right here is proof that it is the end times, because this is demon semen. We all remember Pastor Marcus Rogers, right? Remember this crazy conservative religious fanatic? Remember he's the guy who got really triggered by soul? Well, he's back at it again with something new to complain about, and he's mad about this picture right here. People have periods. And it's a picture of both men and women having periods. As we know, trans people exist, so there are some people who are biologically female and they might still menstruate, but they present and identify as men. So yes, people have periods. This is a factually correct statement, but let's see Marcus Rogers get really triggered about it.
So I saw this image today all over the internet, and my first thought was, you know, they're able to post this everywhere and it gets all these likes and shares and there's no censorship. You know, apparently, I guess nobody should be offended by this.
Yep, you're right. Nobody should be offended by this. Keep in mind that at first, I thought this was a tampon advertisement. Upon searching for the source image, I found that it was literally just a random Twitter post. This was a photo that some photographer took and some other rando on Twitter posted about it. And this is what Marcus Rogers is crying about up here. Lord, help us. Have mercy on America, because somebody posted something that was true on Twitter.
I have to be very careful what I say in this video because I can get in trouble for, you know, saying certain things about this. Number one, I don't hate anybody that is in this picture. I don't hate anybody that is living this lifestyle. Boy.
You just think that they are sinning at odds with God and going to hell. But no hate.
I do believe what this Bible says. And I believe that I should have, especially in America, the freedom, all right, to believe what this book says and not have anybody tell me, you know, what I should believe, how I should live.
First of all, no one is trying to stop you. Meanwhile, conservative Christians like you dumb fucks have been trying to stop people like this through legislation and social pressure. I mean, look at you. You're crying about a picture of trans people and simultaneously saying that I should be able to live my life and nobody should be able to say anything about it. Meanwhile, what about these people? Do you think they should be able to live their lives without being told that they're sinners going to hell?
And right now we see an administration that is pushing legislation, okay, that kind of puts Christians in an uncomfortable position. Okay, for example, the transgender policy with the bathrooms. What if this happens, you know, at your children's school, your job, your church, and the military? What if you're uncomfortable with it, you know, with the showers and things like that?
Yeah, this is really nothing but fear-mongering. Back when I was still a really big right-winger, I too would get really touchy about this very issue. I would be really scared for the wham and needing to share a bathroom with the scary trans people or whatnot. Thankfully, however, that's just feelings over facts. On screen, you can see this study that was conducted by Williams Institute that found gender identity non-discrimination laws in public accommodations like public restrooms and bathrooms, the same kind of thing Marcus is complaining about. The study finds that reports of privacy and safety violations in public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms are exceedingly rare. This study provides evidence that fears of increased safety and privacy violations as a result of non-discrimination laws are not empirically grounded. So what Marcus is saying here is, what if people are uncomfortable? Sorry, bud, that sounds like putting feelings over what I have here, facts, actual studies, legitimate empirically grounded statistics. Even more so, it's important to remember that trans people are also far more likely to be victims of abuse in public restrooms or locker rooms rather than perpetrators. But you're not going to hear Marcus talk about that.
Now, some people say, well, just get over it because they're just pushing this, and this thing has a lot of momentum right now. So it's like, hey, your feelings don't matter.
Your feelings don't matter. Your feelings are illegitimate. Also, you should get over this, and it's not that people are just pushing it, it's that more and more people are able to live their lives as they see fit and identify how they choose because it's more socially accepted despite what losers like you would prefer. It's so annoying when Christian conservatives say stuff like this, like, oh, it's being pushed, it's got a lot of momentum, it's just a fad. I mean, you could have said the same thing about interracial marriage. After interracial marriages were legalized, you could see a massive spike in interracial marriages, and even still, there are steep rises in interracial marriages 50 years after they became legal, as it has obviously become more and more socially acceptable.
And this can be posted, everywhere apparently online, and it's not getting banned, it's not getting censored.
Speaking of censorship, roll ad.
Good day, mate. It's me, Sargon of Akkad. Free speech is at its final crumpet crumb as big tech has removed President Trump from all their platforms. He was even banned from Pornhub. Now, how is he meant to have a wank now? We haven't got much time, and the time is nigh. Please visit rockersworld.com and purchase the Sargon CD or vinyl. It contains the hit single Sargon, including multiple versions and performances by Rucka Ali. Please hurry. This song is all we have left. I'm listening to it repeatedly to remind me of the free speech John Locke fought to defend. Hurry and purchase this item before your money is frozen by Twitter chat and the Black Israelites. Now you can save 15% by using discount code BIGTECH. They will never see it coming. Go now. We cannot afford to be niggardly at this time. I am Sargon of Akkad, and all I wanted was to play video games. Viva la revolution!
Rockersworld.com. Not affiliated with Carl Benjamin.
America, if you look at this and it doesn't make you say, man, the Bible talked about these times, it doesn't make you say, man, I gotta wake up and get a real prayer life. And
I love this. He sees trans people. America, you need to get down on your knees and pray to God.
It is clear what time it is.
Don't do this.
And we love everybody. We don't hate anybody. But the Bible talks about when people are going to call good evil and evil good.
Here we go again. Oh, I don't hate anybody. It's just that it's literally evil. How, Marcus? How is this evil? The Bible doesn't even address our understanding of gender and sex. He doesn't like LGBT people. That's what it really is. He thinks they're kind of icky. It makes him uncomfortable. It makes him feel sort of weird. So he doesn't like it, and he uses his religion to justify it. I don't hate anybody, but they're an evil abomination according to God. Listen to this hypocritical cuck.
The Bible talks about what's going to happen in the last days. The Bible talks about strong delusions.
People have literally been obsessed with the end of the world, the end times, since ancient times. People have thought they were living through the end times so many times. They have tried to predict when the rapture was gonna happen. We all remember this crap. It's just bizarre to me that this guy, he thinks that because someone took a picture representing trans people, that somehow means it's the end times.
Joe Biden, he had some transgender individuals, praying at the inauguration.
Okay.
And people say, oh, Brother Marcus, stop talking about politics.
Yeah, what's wrong with trans people praying? There can be transgender Christians. Second of all, the verses in the Bible, like there's one in Deuteronomy, that are sometimes used to justify transphobia. When you look at it in the overall context, it's the Old Testament. It was much more about reproducing. According to the Bible, God struck people dead for using pull-out. Okay? And religiousinstitute.org gives some really good advice on how it makes far more biblical sense to support trans people rather than condemn them. They talk about hospitality. Social science indicates that transgender persons experience elevated levels of violence, rejection, loneliness, and suicidal thoughts. Contemporary political discourse, which treats transgenderism as a front in the culture war over sexual mores, exacerbates their feelings of alienation and unwelcomeness. A pastoral response to transgender persons cannot even begin if they experience any unloving, unwelcome environment in the local church. This is some good advice for you right here, Pastor Marcus. So once again, as always, when it comes down to these Christian conservative religious types, it's not really about anything other than disliking gay people. The religion is just a front for that.
But the reality is, just like with Daniel, legislation, decrees will affect believers. Just like with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, legislation and decrees will affect believers.
Wait, what legislation is he talking about? The locker room things? Because that's already been empirically proven to not do harm to anyone. Is he really comparing himself and modern day Christians to being thrown in a fiery furnace for refusing to bow down to the giant chocolate bunny? I mean, seriously, dude, how much of a pathetic snowflake victim can you be?
And the danger is, and I'm going to keep saying it, that America is going to present a watered down Christianity. Where when you talk about what's in this book, not just, blessings and going to heaven and all that kind of stuff, but the other things that are in this book that are not politically correct.
No, again, you can interpret the Bible in a way that is actually quite charitable to trans people and gay people. You choose not to because you're a bigot. I think we've seen enough. 150,000 views, by the way, 10K likes. The end times are here, and his kingdom is coming. This is just plain weird, disturbing, and demonic. Anyway, thank you for bringing the truth, Marcus. You know, Marcus, if you feel oppressed or persecuted by the existence of a marginalized group, then I don't really know what to tell you. And you know, I'm not so scared of a watered down version of Christianity. I'm scared of religious fanatics like you, Marcus. I'm scared of a radical version of Christianity. Your version does the world real harm. But there you guys have it. If you support the scientific medical consensus that trans people are real, then you are just an idolater who is bound to be smited by God himself. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.